Hey guys, welcome to the review sheet for chapter 7. Let's try this again. If you take the sixth root of 729, you will get x is equal to positive negative 3. Okay, if you're wondering how to type that in on your lovely graphing calculator, this is what you would be looking at. Okay, you would want to hit 6 first from the screen. Now there it is, 6 first, math 5, 729. You can see I have it up there already. Remember, even roots, you need positive and negative. Coming down here, for number 2, we're going to break 162 into 81 times 2. X to the 8 can stay as is, because x to the 8 is divisible by 4. Y to the 12, 12 is divisible by 4. And z to the 10th, I'm going to make z to the 8 times z squared. The reason I do this is so it's easy to pull out. So 81 is going to be 3. X to the 8, which is in red, this will be x squared, because 4 goes into it twice. 2. Y to the 12th, that'll be y to the 3rd. Z to the 8th will be z squared. And then the rest of this stuff can't be touched because you can't take the 4th root of it. So there you go. All right. Let's go down to numbers 3 and 4. If I'm going to do B to C, I'm going to rewrite B, but every time you see X, I'm going to leave it blank. In that inside where X was, I'm going to put X cubed minus 3. Okay. So in the first one, I'm going to FOIL raise. This will be 2 times X to the 6th minus 6X to the 3rd plus 9. If you FOIL that, this will be 4x cubed minus 12 minus 5. Distribute my 2 in. And I might as well combine my 12 and 5 to negative 17. My final answer is 2x to the 6th minus 8x cubed plus 1. And that's it. Which function is the inverse of f of x? Well, right now, this is what I'm looking at. Let's switch this around, and then let's get y by itself. So, x minus 4 equals 5 over 2y. I'm going to multiply that 2 out. Since this is 2x minus 8 equals 5y. Divide everybody by 5. So, 2x divided by 5 minus 8 bits equals y. Okay, and this would be my inverse function. If you want to really write it as an inverse, you could write it as g of x, or you could write it as f to the negative 1 of x. Any of those is completely fine with me. Okay? Let's flip this up again. Let's do 5 here. Divide by 6. We're going to get the cube root of x plus 13 equals 4. Cube both sides. X plus 13 equals 64. Subtract 13, we're looking at x equals 15. Okay, so that takes care of the front of my sheet. You're still in the front though. All right, number 6, we're going to simplify these, and then we'll do the domains. 48 is 16 times 3. The 4th root of 16 is 2. Cannot take the 4th root of 3, so that stays as is. Again, this is 81 times 2 minus, and this is going to be 16 times 2. So here, 4th root of that is 3 4th root of 2x minus 2 4th roots of 2x, which will leave you with 1 4th root of 2x. Right. And then in C, okay, basically I have the cube root of 3y is z squared. That cannot be broken down. 4x can't stay where it is. I needed to find something that I can multiply that by, which I can take the cube root of later. So if I multiply 4 times 2, I get 8. 8 I can take the cube root of. And I'm going to multiply x by the x squared. So multiply top and bottom by 2x squared. Up top I'll have 6x squared, y z squared. None of those can come out with an exponent of 1/3. On bottom I'll have 8x to the 3rd, cube root of that. So my final answer will look something like this, 2x on bottom. So there's A, B, and C. in number 7, we're just going to prove that these are inverses of one another. So I'm going to solve this guy. After I switch x and y, this is x, so it'll be a half y plus 7 squared plus 3. So this is x minus 3, we'll have half of y plus 7 squared, so it looks like we're taking the square root. So I have positive negative square root of x minus 3 equals half y plus 7. I'm going to subtract 7 from that, so I have plus or minus the square root of x minus 3 minus 7 equals half of y. And then I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation by 2. So this is 2x minus 3 minus 14 equals y. So are they inverses of one another? No, they are not, because this is a full parabola.
Alyssa, call extension 1156.
Check that. Are they inverses of one another? No, they are not, because this would be a full parabola that I got here, and this is only a positive parabola. So this is missing the negative half. The negative half for g of x. Think, this guy makes a u. When you graph him, he'll only look like that. You're missing this other half when you reflect it about the line y equals x. So be careful with 7. They are not inverses. Okay. H of x minus j of x. So this is 3x to the 4th minus 5x minus 2. So all I got to do is distribute that minus in, and we're good. Okay? K of x, the 4th root of x minus 5 over j of x, which is 5x minus 2. That's simplified. Good to go. Right. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite h. Oh, started with the wrong guy. I got to rewrite h, which is 3 times x to the 4th. This is x minus 5. So this is 3 times x minus 5, gives you 3x minus 5. Okay, domains. In the domain of A, all real numbers will work. There's no division, no square roots. However, when you look at this one, you can't divide by 0. So you would think 5x minus 2 is not going to equal 0. You would get 2/5. So right now you would say everything works, but 2/5. But wait, in the numerator you have an even root, which means x minus 5 has to be greater than or equal to 0, which means x has to be greater than or equal to 5. Okay, which means these are all thrown out, and all the x's that work on bottom that are smaller than 5 won't work. So this is your limiting weighting factor. So your domain is actually, and I need a bracket, not a parenthesis, 5 to infinity. And then the last one, this would be negative infinity to positive infinity. No restrictions, no square roots, no division. We're good to go. All right, coming down the main stretch, let's go ahead and solve number 9. I'm going to square both sides. Make sure you FOIL the right side. So this is x squared minus 16x plus 64. I'm going to set this equal to 0, which means I subtracted that 4x over. So I'm going to want two numbers that multiply to be 64 and add up to be 20. And those are my two. So x is 16, x is 4. Make sure they both work. So if we put 16 in, 4 times 16 is 64, which we know is positive 8. 16 minus 8 is 8. This is a good fly guy. Okay, let's go ahead and put 4 in. 4 times 4, and this is 4 minus 8. That looks like a no-go. If you're going to have square root of 16 equals negative 4, definitely not true, so E is extreme. So only one of them worked in number 9. And finally, your elephant problem. Okay. So all we have to do is basically put in 200 for H. And we're going to solve for element. So this is 124.2. I'm going to divide by 62.5. So I got 124.2 divided by 62.5. Now I have to raise this to the third. So you're looking at 7.847380943 for T. And when you round that to the nearest year, you would be 8 years old. All right? So that's the review sheet, guys. Feel free to shoot me questions, email me, or tweet at me, do what you do to get in contact with me. Be happy to walk you through some of this stuff. So make sure you try everything. You're ready to go. Test is going to be right around the corner. So take care, guys.